Welcome to today's flip lesson. Today we will be learning the basics of twine. Some links you will need to follow along are twinery.org, the wiki page, and the Adobe Color Creator. These will all be available as links below. Now that we've learned about character development and creative story writing, as well as proper grammar, we can move on to how we will apply these skills. Today we will be learning the basics of twine. The things you will learn from watching this video are: what is twine and how do I use it? How can I create a choose-your-own-adventure story with choices that branch off? And how can I customize my font and choice text to personalize my work? To start off with a really simple question, what is Twine? So Twine is a program that uses light coding to help create an original piece of work that you can have choices that branches off to create amazing stories. We will be learning about these next 2 points shortly. So first, I'd like you to start off by going to twinery.org, and I will open that right over here. So if you see here you have it available for Windows, Mac, or Linux, please download it and pause the video until you have it downloaded. Once you do, you will then be able to open what is the Twine application. So it should look something like this. I have stories here, but you should not have any as of yet. So what we are going to do is we are going to go to the story button and we are going to create ourselves a story. So we can title this and we will call it Tutorial for Twine, just so that we know what we are getting ourselves into. So this is what we'll see on the screen. You have this big wide open space. You can go down here at the bottom and make your icon bigger or smaller, but right now we'll make it nice and big so that we're able to see it, and you click on it. Now inside you see double click this passage to edit, so we will double click it. We can erase this, and there's all of these things that come up. We don't need to worry about these, although they are very helpful if you would like to read through them to help you. What you would like to do first is we are going to start writing our story. So we will do Mary had a little lamb. She wanted to take it to school, but should she? Now we are trying to give this story a choice. So to create a choice, you will put 2 square brackets, then write your first choice. So bring it to school. Then you close the square brackets. Now you see, if you look right here, that they are slightly blue, which means that they have created a new choice. If we close our passage for just a second, you'll now notice that there's a second square that we can drag around anywhere we like. Anytime we create one of these choices, the choices will create a branch that is the next part of your story. And you can continue this. So if Mary chose to bring it to school, then she will have another choice. So we can do, should she dress the lamb in clothes? Then we can put square brackets, yes, or square brackets, no. Now if we notice, if we close this, we can see that there are now not 1 but 2 choices. The yes option that we created and the no option that we created. So this story can go on essentially forever. The one thing we should keep in mind is that when we are writing our choices like this, if I write no the exact same way that I did, then there will not be a new choice. It will just send it over to that choice. So each choice needs to be a new choice unless you would like both situations to end up in the same location. Now, when you're creating your own story, you're going to want to have at least 3 branching points. So a branching point is where you have one choice and then it can go one of 2 directions. Then we'll move down and then you'll have a second branching point and a third. And we want you to have 3 different endings to your story. So 3 different finales that you can find your way to. Now, if we want to make sure this works, there is a test and play button. You just press the test button and now you can see what it looks like in the game. So we can read the story, then make our choice. You click on it, and now we see our second choice. So we can choose yes or no. If we press yes, then we end up with what we were left with. If we don't like that, we can always press the back button and make a different choice. So the more writing you put, the more you will have for your story. Now, we would like to learn how to customize because we don't want everyone's to look exactly the same. Everyone will be keeping a black background, but we can change our font and we can change the color of our selections. So if we now quickly jump to the Twine wiki that I had linked down below. If it's not already there, please go to the Change the Font Colors or Appearance location. So that is right over here, if you were wondering. So if you read through, it actually gives you a nice little setup to change the font. Keep in mind that whoever is using your game needs to have this font in their computer if they downloaded it. I have Palatino, so I will actually keep the sample one. So we are going to copy this, and then go back into Twine, and in order to change how this works, we click up, go to Edit Our Story Style Sheet, and paste this in to our thing. So now, if we press play, if we press test, we should see that the font has completely changed from what it was when we played. Now it is completely different than what it was originally. Just make sure that your computer has the font you are using. The final quick thing we are going to learn today is how to change the background color of the links. So if you go all the way down, you're going to scroll past changing color schemes to change colors of the links on page. We are going to be able to copy that, and we are using the Harlow version, so please stay on that. Make sure you are also using the Harlow version by going to change story format and make sure it is in Harlow. Now we go to change edit story style sheet once again. Make sure there is space in between and we can paste this color. Now this is where my favorite part comes in. We go to our Adobe color wheel and we can grab any color we want. Let's say I want blue. I will copy that color number and paste it right in there. And then we go over here and now we notice that it is blue and no longer the regular color that was there before. So this is how we customize what we have going. Everything should still work fine, and if it's not, then something has been incorrectly written. So we always have to go and double check our code, make sure we have 2 square brackets and all of the things that we've copied over on the website. So if we jump back here for just a second, you will notice that the Twine Wiki has amazing suggestions and it can help you and give you suggestions for all sorts of things. So I will encourage you to go through and try and customize what you would like to do even more. This is just a quick idea of how you will get your story started. Now that you have been able to see what Twine looks like, feel free to go and explore on your own time, and we will be working on it in class as well. Now go and explore and make your thing creative and personal.